And good evening, everybody, and welcome in to the Macon Central Plex. It is another exciting night for arena football here at the American Arena League tonight. It is your Georgia Doom, based right here at the Macon Central Plex, as they take on the Peach State Cats from Dalton, Georgia. As I said, I am Russell Deese. I am joined in the booth by John Coasader and down on the field with Hannah Jetmore. And let's go down to Hannah right now as we have a special guest on the field with her. Hannah, go ahead.
Absolutely. Special indeed. Georgia military head coach Burt Williams here doing the coin toss. Very, very exciting for game 2 here at the Centerplex. How does it feel to have this honor?
Man, I'm so excited. You know, Davion came in and talked to me about it, coming in and give me an opportunity to do this. Excited to be here, excited to enjoy this Georgia Doom action. See some of my former players that are playing. Jared Hernandez for the Doom. Coach Rhodes played for me back in the day, and then one of the opponents is a former GMC guy too, Tino Rowland, so it'd be nice to see a lot of those guys and just really soak this up. This is really some good stuff. I'm excited to see the game.
Absolutely. And what are the chances you get on the field and start coaching them?
Well, coaching? Oh, I thought you meant playing. There's very little chance of me playing tonight. It's been a while since that happened. Coaching, I don't know if they need any of my help. They look like they got a pretty good crew here, but I'm going to enjoy this. It's going to be great. And it's my first live time at an arena game. Watch it on TV and all, but I'm excited to see it live and in person up here close and making sure they don't come over the rail.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, Hannah, we'll come back to you here in just a minute. Before we get started here tonight, we want to thank our sponsors. Tonight's presentation of American Arena League football is brought to you by Stoner's Pizza, U Parkham U Sellum Apparel Authority, the official clothier of the DSBN Sports Crew, Cherokee Brick and Tile, Pondmax Incorporated, BT Media Productions, Middle Georgia State University, and we also want to remind you also Texas Border Grill and Kudzu Seafood and Stoner's Pizza. If you're at any one of those facilities tonight, can't make it to the game, well, you can see the Georgia Doom live on the big screens at all 3 of those restaurants. Before I go any further, let me bring in my partner in crime and my sidekick each and every week, John Coasader. John, good evening. Glad to have you back with me this week.
Glad to be here. Looking forward to that first Georgia Doom win. They took it on the chin a little bit last week after being in a close game for 3 quarters or so, and we're looking to redeem ourselves and get that first win out of the way today.
All right, 81-56 last week against the Atlanta Havoc. You know, John, just they started off with a lot of mistakes early in that game, and it cost them. And then they pulled within 3 early in that third period. They closed the gap, rather, at halftime, I believe it was, to 3. And they kind of got their footing and their feet underneath them at the second period, but then came right out in the third period and had a couple of key turnovers, and the game got away from them very quickly, because that can happen as quick as the action happens here.
Russell, it's tough in any kind of football, especially to come back from a 20-0 deficit, and that was the deficit in the first 6 minutes of the game. So the Doom had their work cut out for them. They were breaking in a new quarterback in Luke Collis. Collis ended up having a pretty good game, but he struggled a little bit at first. Head coach Derek Stingley says Collis is the guy, and he expects a lot out of him for the rest of the season.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to hear from Hannah Moore and Coach Derek Stingley as he has his thoughts for tonight's game right after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to watching in the Georgia Doom on DSBNsports.com. We'll be back after these timeouts.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where U Parkham U Sellum at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. U Parkham U Sellum is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, U Parkham U Sellum has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's U Parkham U Sellum, 3306 Vineville Avenue. And welcome back to the Plex. Russell Deese, John Coach Stater, Hannah Jetmore down on the sidelines with us tonight. Well, before we get this one kicked off, we're about 12 minutes away. We had an opportunity, Hannah Jetmore did, to go speak to Coach Derek Stingley about what transpired last week in his home opener and franchise opener here at the Centralplex, and look ahead to what we can expect tonight. Let's go to Hannah.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Stingley. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling better. It was a good week of practice. I thought that guys paid attention to detail. We kind of fixed some things that we thought gave us some issues last week, and I'm hoping to see a better product tonight.
How instrumental is it to be without Antoine Cutts this evening?
Well, it's going to be tough. He's a good receiver. He's a veteran guy that understands this game. But we have other guys that can step up that's played a little indoors just as well as Antoine did. But we have someone else that's going to step up that I know is going to do pretty well. That's in Christian Wise. He's going to play a little wide receiver as well.
How do you think you're going to get your offense to a quicker start this evening?
Oh, we just got to be efficient. We got to take what the defense gives us. We don't know much about this team. We haven't seen them on film, so we don't know what they want to do. But we know what we can do. We know what we need to throw on certain coverages, and I think our quarterback and receivers have to be on the same page in order for that to happen.
Absolutely. Well, it's spring break for Bibb County schools here in Macon, so we're expecting a lot of kids. How special is it for them to get to see arena football and be so close to professional athletes?
Oh, it's great, especially for arena football standpoint, because the action, you're right on top of it. The kids get the opportunity to see the players right up close and personal. Balls will be flying into the stands. It's a fast-paced game. It's a fan-friendly game. It's perfect for kids, and I'm glad that they get the opportunity to enjoy it tonight.
Before we go, Coach, I had a player tell me that there's a situation that you do a certain dance move with the defensive backs, and they said you kind of do it wrong. So I wanted to see it now so that we can put the viewers to a test to see if you do it.
I don't know the name of it, but they call it something.
Do it.
Okay, it's something like they go 1, 2, 3. But see, wrong leg, wrong foot. It's supposed to be this, but I always do this.
There you go, Coach. Absolutely. Well, hopefully the game's better than that dance move.
I hope so, too.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And as you heard, Antoine Cutts is not going to be available this evening, but Christian Wise, who is a veteran wide receiver, has NFL experience, arena football experience, will be in action tonight. So we'll send it back up right now to Russell and John in the booth.
Well, that was Hannah with head coach Derek Stingley and the pregame thoughts for this week's game and a little bit about what he had last night. Hannah, enlighten us a little bit on how you feel the team is and the atmosphere down there. Disappointing loss in the opener, but I think guys understood they've got to learn the system a little bit. I think there was probably frustration on coaches and players. Seemed to me that Coach Stingley made some changes this week that he wants to put into this game plan.
Absolutely, guys. And he also told me that he thinks they're more prepared just because Luke Collis is actually here for a week before the game. He was only here 2 days before last week, but I do want to let you guys know Antoine Cutts is not the only one that is injured. We have some guys that are kind of banged up too. We have Fred Abraham, a wide receiver as well, who had a thigh injury from last week's touchdown. He also said that Brian Mullen, who had knee surgery a couple of years ago, said his knee is kind of bothering him again. Guys, I also want to let you know offensive coordinator Dockery told me that he thinks the guys have the system under their belt a little bit more this week. So he said that they're going to be leaps and bounds ahead of what they were starting the game off a little slow last week.
So a little nerves last week, maybe the first time playing here at the Macon Centralplex and playing as a team. And as you said, a new quarterback. You think it's going to be a different show tonight, Hannah?
Absolutely. And guys, I think it's because they've actually been able to practice in the arena. They're practicing at Windsor Academy the last couple of times before last week's game. And so they didn't really have the feel for the field. So I think this week you're going to see a lot of differences, but they're going to get off to a better start this week for sure.
All right, Hannah, thank you very much. We'll come through you throughout the evening. John Coach Stater, as we get ready for these team introductions here, your thoughts looking at last week, what you saw and what we need to see this week?
I saw a lot of good things in the second half. In the second quarter, they were way down 20-0 early. They came back. They fought back. They only trailed by 3 at 37-34 midway through the third quarter. Let's face it, Russell, the Atlanta Havoc might be the best team in the league, so it was a great way to open the season up with a very good team. Hopefully this week the Doom are ready for the challenge.
Yeah, LJ Castile and Larry Beavers last week, I thought they had really good performances. I'll look for Luke Collis to get his feet underneath him tonight here.
And I talked to Coach Stingley a little bit about Collis. He said Collis is his guy. 2 of the interceptions weren't his fault. The receivers ran the wrong route, and that's just a thing of him getting to know his receivers and his receivers getting to know him.
All right, let's go with our starting lineup here. First of all, if you want to go with the Georgia Doom here as they're being introduced here tonight.
Okay, like I said, the quarterback will be number 13, Luke Collis. His receivers will be Larry Beavers, L.J. Castile, and Frederick Abraham. His linemen will be Jared Hernandez, Chris Hartman, and Everett Burns. And his fullback, who had a solid game last week, will be Romeo Gilbert.
I agree. On the defensive side, we'll get to them in a minute. Let's look at for the Peach State Cats. First of all, for them, number 18 will be Alex Fragasso will be your quarterback. The fullback will be number 4, Corey Richardson. At wideout, they go number 16 for Vontae Evans, number 1, Omar Wright, and number 21, Samson Anquay. Across the front, they'll go 52, who will be number 52, Keno Rowland. Number 99 will be Connor Porter, and your other lineman will be number 79, Leonard Williams, and those are your offensive starters for tonight's game.
University, number 1,
So the Doom have been introduced, and we'll get ready for the coin toss and the national anthem. Let's quickly take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back and get it kicked off here at the Centerplex. It's Georgia Doom football, AAL football, live from the Plex in Macon. We'll be back.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Welcome back as we line up as our color guard will come into the view, and we will have the presentations of the flag and arms and the national anthem. to the Centralplex as we get ready for tonight's game. We'll go have the coin toss, as they'll have that in the middle of the field in just a minute. As we said, our honorary captain and the man that will toss the coin tonight, John Crusader, a man that's familiar to us for a long, long time, none other than the head coach of the GMC Bulldogs and one of the most successful junior college programs in the nation, Burt Williams.
Russell Burt Coach Williams has had a lot of success at GMC. He's won national championships there. He puts out a winning program every year, gives a lot of these Middle Georgia kids a chance to play at the junior college level, and a lot of those guys move on to bigger and brighter places.
Well, he certainly has put, I'll never forget a couple of years ago, I think he put, I think 14 kids in D1 after sophomores out of his program over there. Now, one thing about that is he does get a lot of those kids in that program. But one thing he doesn't allow them to do is drop off, and even though some kids academically may not qualify, they've had some personal issues that may have come up, Burt does a great job of turning those kids in the right direction and get them back into a successful program. And generally, once they go through his program, they're ready to go when they hit the Southeastern Conference or the ACC or the Southern Conference or wherever they may go.
Oh, yes. I've heard from many a player that went there that GMC is no picnic, and, you know, they don't need to be a picnic. He is there to get them ready to play at the next level after junior college, and he has had great success, and we are honored to have him do the coin flip tonight.
So we'll look down on the field, and we'll see who wins this one here tonight. Our head referee tonight, of course, is Mr. Olson. Not unfamiliar to those of us that are around the high school level. He's been refereeing a long time. I also saw one of the big guys from the Southeastern Conference refereeing crew. That was officiating crew. That would be Johnny Crawford. We see him usually on the big game on Saturday afternoon on CBS or ESPN.
Quality officials here, as always. I don't remember any real problems we had with the officials last week. They called a great game, and I'm sure we'll get the same thing tonight.
Yeah, we brushed up on the rules this week. We missed a couple of things last week as far as what happens in the game, but we think we've got a better understanding, and the Peach State Cats have won the toss. They have elected to defer. The Doom will get it. We'll take 1 30-second timeout, come right back, get Hannah Jetmore's thoughts before kickoff.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Final thoughts down on the sidelines with Hannah Jetmore. Hannah, go.
Absolutely. Well, Christian Wise is going to have more of a responsibility this game, as you saw in our interview with Coach Stingley. What we also want to note, guys, is he was wearing a GoPro during warm-up, so we want to see that footage as well. But Hunter Heck obviously had a huge importance last game. We're going to see how he kind of handles it this week as well. Those are two of my big key points. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Hannah. Christian Wise will be on the field. And I think they've got them the wrong way. Which way are we going here, guys? Or do we know what side of the field we're going? Well, looks like we're going to have a little unusual. There we go. Now we got them lined up and everybody's ready to go. And let's see, that'll be Abraham that's back deep this time for them. No, Wise will go back. Abraham will be your up back. And we will have kicking off for the Peach State Cats will be Jim Terry out of Clark, Atlanta.
Got a good look at Terry warming up. He Didn't look like he had a huge leg, but then again, it was warm-ups. I guess we'll find out right now.
Yeah, and we found out last week in the Arena League, you really don't want to, kick it out of the end zone. You want to make them bring it out. And that's going to go through, and Wise will take it in the goal line, go to the 5, 10, 15, cuts it back in. Going to go, one man to beat, and he's gone.
Touchdown!
Just like that, Christian Wise on the opening kickoff. He'll take it back about 53 yards for the touchdown.
Russell, that was just about as easy as you can get on a kickoff return. I don't think he got touched till he got to the 5-yard line, and that was by the kicker. And Georgia Doom did a great job of blocking it, and an early score for the Doom.
So that'll make it 6-0. And that's going to bring in a man who had a good leg last week for the Doom, Hunter Heck. And he'll come out of the hold of Marcus Brooks. So Brooks will hold. Heck will try to put it through and give the Doom a 7-0 lead on the first play of the game. There's a snap, the touch, the kick is up. Kick is right down the middle. Doom lead it 7-0. 30-second timeout. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Quickly to the sideline, and Hannah Jetmore.
Absolutely, guys. Well, we saw that Christian Wise can obviously run it all the way back, but we didn't know, how that would fare as last week. They didn't really get off to the quickest start. Guys, Christian Wise already having an impact.
Thank you, Hannah. So Heck will kick it off. Enquay will be one of the deep men, along with Omar Wright. He'll pick it up. Wright will bring it to the 3, maybe to the 4, and he'll get spun down. John Cosader on the play that time. Who was it?
42.
30. That was 32.
Sorry about that. I missed it. I was watching the play, and I missed who made that tackle. It was Aaron Appleby from Lane College for the Doom. And we're going to make the Peach State Cats earn it. They start off on their own 5-yard line right here.
So they'll come out with Alex Fragoso, quarterback, 6 foot, 200 pounds, out of Georgia State. And we've got a flag, and I'm not for sure what we did here wrong.
Just
delay a game, and that's what it is. They'll back him up half the distance to the goal. They gave him out to the 5.
Penalty, half the distance to the goal.
So that looks like the 2.5 now, Russell. And let's remember, the Peach State Cats are playing their first game, trying to get those jitters out just like the Georgia Doom did last week. So let's see if we can jump on them early.
They'll split right this time in a slot to this side. Sampson and Quay will be the other side. Wright will go in motion. Drop straight back. Throwing a flat. Got a man out there. That's Anquay. And they're going to drop him right along the 8-yard line. But he picked up from the 3 to the 8. Good 5-yard pickup. So he got his half the distance back and 3 more.
And that's number 1, Deontay Dinkins from Fort Valley State over there making the tackle. Played good defense and just limited the yardage.
Second down and 7.
This time they'll have Corey Richardson, the fullback, in there. Fargosa sends a man in motion. He'll go around him, and look, got time. Doom come on him. Got him in the end zone. He's going to have to throw it long. Better turn around, defensive back, and that's going to get a flag as he was going down that time to Sampson Anquay. And that is going to be pass interference.
Looks like Christian Wise may have got a little bit of him downfield. Fragoso scrambling for his life, heaved one up, had a guy a little bit open, and Christian Wise is called for the flag.
And let's see where they'll mark that off on. Ball was on about the 9-yard line, maybe the 8. And they'll mark it from the 7 is what they'll do. And that'll take it out to the 17. And they'll try to get the down markers right here.
A little bit different look from the quarterback position this week. Fregoso, a lot smaller than the one that we faced last week. He seems like he moves a little bit. And he threw a pretty good pass right there, though.
For Varte Evans, they'll go trips to this side this time. And let's see if they send Anquay in motion. They do. Tate going to leave with a pullback. They eat him up. Got him behind the line. He'll go from the 17 back to about the 12, maybe the 13. They may give him forward progress to the 14. John Cosater, they got him that time.
The defensive lineman, Carl Green, was just waiting on him. And that was a loss of about 3 yards. Great defensive play by Carl Green out of Pearl River Community College.
So this time they'll send Evans to that far side. They'll bring Anquay here. Fregoso will have Corey Richardson in the gun with him. Wright will be your slot to that far side. Look, pump, now the quarterback's going to run. No, he's going to throw. He's got a man way over his head. Outside there, he was trying to get a Samson Anquay. And Anquay is going to be his guy here tonight from what it looks like.
Yeah, Anquay played at the University of Hawaii there, so he's come a long way to play in this league. Fregoso looked like he could have ran for maybe 7 or 8 yards. He decided to throw it, and the receiver had the man beat, but it was a little bit too long.
10:47 in the clock in the first period of play here. The Doom opened it up with about a 54-yard opening kickoff return for a touchdown. Extra point by Heck was good. They lead it 7-0. Third down play here, and let's see if the Cats will take a timeout. And they do. We'll take it with them. 30 seconds. It's AAL football. It's the Georgia Doom on ESPNSports.com. We'll be back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Defense.
On a third down play. Third down, they need to get to the 23-yard line of the Doom. Ball rests on their own 15. And they move it back to the 15, which was where it was supposed to be. So a little second game jitters by the officiating crew, but they'll be fine. Got the ball marked now. Fregoso got his man in motion. That'll be Omar Wright. Going to look, drop, going to roll to his right. Going to run out of time. Going to throw it up way in the air. Going to be a jump ball. And the Cats are going to get it down inside the 4. Samson Anquay on a beautiful catch.
Looked like we had him closed down there. We had pressure on the quarterback. He kind of just threw it up for grabs, but Anquay muscled out everybody and came up with the reception. Big play for the Peach State Cats.
First and go, Hannah quickly. You can't let that play happen. That ball was in the air too long. You got to get it knocked down.
Absolutely, guys. And Derek Patterson was the one saying, my fault, my fault. He wasn't even really involved in the play. I guess there was a missed coverage by him.
Thank you, Hannah. All right, so they'll put Anquay. Samson Anquay is going to be the target. They'll go trips his side. This time they'll put in Larry Bryant, 5'10", 193 out of West Alabama. And the Cats are going to call a timeout here again. We'll take a short one with them. We'll be back. 7-0 Doom lead at Cats knocking on the door.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Welcome back to the Plex. Russell Deese, John Costater, Hannah Jetmore down on the sideline with us. And split out 5 to that far side, Pravante Evans. There'll be trips over there this time with Omar Wright. Inside receiver will be Samson Anquay. Fullback will be Corey Richardson. Fragosa is your quarterback.
Defense.
Williams, Roland Porter across the front.
Defense.
First and goal for the Cats. After a big third down, fourth down play. Going to take, going to leave it with the fullback. He's going to try to jump inside. No, he kept it himself, and the quarterback's going to go down. And John, number 52, got in there really, really quick for the Doom.
Quentin Johnson making some noise in the middle. He went to Mercer. Nice defensive play. And that was a loss of a couple yards there. So let's see if the Doom can stop them from getting in the end zone right here.
Got some new men across the front. Looks like Coach Stingley's going to mix up the lineup, especially with all that defensive front a little bit here tonight. Second down, that's going to move the ball from about the 7, maybe move it back. Well, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. Ball back. And we've got a flag, and it's going to be a delay of game against the Cats.
Second one of the game of those for the Cats. Like I said, struggling a little bit in that first game, trying to get things going.
Larry Bryant in there now, number 5. And I tell you what, he's like the old Tennessee jersey. You can't read the numbers.
No, it's tricky for two old guys to try to read those numbers for sure.
You bringing the binoculars next week?
I think I may have to.
We got an off week. We'll work on it.
Yeah.
You'll get some LASIK done between now and then, right? Fragosa sends his man in motion. He's going to throw him in the middle, and he was trying to go that time to number 21, Anquay. And we got movement, or maybe we got encroachment this time. Let's see what it is. False start on the offense. That'll back them up. Now, this is, of course, Peach State's first game here tonight. And just as we saw last week, John, early game jitters for opening game. A little bit of that going on with Peach State here tonight.
A little bit confused looking right now. They'll probably get it going in a little bit. One big pass play was kind of on a scramble, a broken play, but they made it happen, and the Doom didn't on that play. So let's see. We need the Doom to D it up right here.
Fragosa got a man and not for sure what to do, and that's Larry Bryan. He finally gets him in motion, and are they going to move, or are we going to have a false start again? He didn't. They're going to call it, well, Fragosa says encroachment on the Doom. I don't know. We'll look at the replay here, and I don't know if I really saw any movement up front. I don't know what the call would be. Let's look at it. Producer Brandon Thompson brings it up here real quick for us. Maybe we can see it before we get the official signal here. And they're going to get encroachment. Yes, they did. They jumped. And that was the defensive end on this side that time for the Doom. And that was number 52 that jumped offside, and that was Quentin Johnson.
It's still second down. Seemed like it's been second down for about 10 minutes right now. But we haven't let them in the end zone yet.
So second down, that moves it back up to the 12. Remember, they started this thing around the 7. They backed up since then. Fragosa looks, got a man down on the 3. He's going to sprint in for a touchdown. Missed the tackle down on the 3-yard line. And let's see who that was. Swear.
I think it's 16. Corvante Evans with the touchdown pass.
Corvante Evans.
And once again, Fregoso's scrambling around back there. He's very mobile, and he took his time, and he found the guy wide open in the middle of the field for the touchdown.
So at the 7:36 mark of the first, touchdown pass from Fregoso to Evans. And they're going to drop the snap, and the quarterback's going to look and going to throw it in the end zone. It's going to be picked off, and the Doom can run it back out, and they do get it back out to about the 3-yard line.
An error on the snap. Didn't look like too bad of a snap, but the holder could not come up with it, and that'll allow the Doom to hold on to the lead at 7-6. But there is a flag. We gotta think it's illegal procedure against the Cats.
So 7-6 is your score. 7:14 to go in the first. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Georgia Doom football on DSBNSports.com. We'll be back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Sampson and Quai.
Welcome back. Let's quickly go down to Hannah on the sideline. Hannah, they gave up a score there that was with a lot of penalties involved in it. Probably shouldn't have allowed that to happen, but they still hold the lead 7-6. And I think I've lost Hannah. Have I got you, Hannah?
Yes. Do you hear me now? There we go.
I got you.
There we go.
Okay. Anyway, gave up a quick score there. I'm sure Coach is disappointed in that, but they really, shouldn't have given it up on the 4th down play.
Absolutely, guys. Well, he was just talking to head official Charles Olson and saying, this is ridiculous. He was kind of going through every little play of the last drive. He was kind of giving him an earful, that is for sure. And he was saying that Coach Stingley was obviously very frustrated and he understood, but that they would try to do better. Guys.
Thank you, Hannah. I mean, as frustrated as Coach Stingley would have been on that, on the other side for the Peach State Cats, way too many penalties in that opening drive. But, John, they still found a way to get on the board.
They got on the board, 7-6. They missed the extra point. We haven't even had an offensive snap yet, and we are midway through the first quarter. Let's see if Christian Wise can equal the magic he gave the Doom last time he touched the football.
So they'll kick it, and it'll go into the end zone, and he'll bring it out along the 5. Got a block, seen. 15, cuts it back in, and that's as far as he goes. Number 5, and that was for the Doom on the return, and that was number 5 for them, Christian Wise. We have a flag on the field, and I believe, I'm not for sure, maybe holding. I think this one may go against the Doom.
Looks that way. Over there in the corner, kind of away from the play, but the referee was right there. And there wasn't one flag thrown. I think I saw 2 or 3 flying over that way. So I'm pretty sure that's going to go against the Doom there.
This may be a personal foul. That's holding. First down, that's going to back them up. The Doom will take it along the 9-yard line. So they'll come out. Your line across the front will go Hernandez, Hartman, and Burns. Wideouts will be Castile, Beavers, and Abraham. Luke Collis is your quarterback. Romeo Gilbert will be your full.
Romeo Gilbert gave them some tough running last week. They were able to run the football when they tried. But let's see if Luke Collis is a different quarterback at the beginning of this game.
Castile Abraham will go to the far side. The man in motion will be Larry Beaver. And let's see, what are they calling here? We're going to back them up again. They got delay a game.
We're running a quick delay of game clock today, aren't we, Russell? That's 3.
That is 3. You had 2 on the Cats in their drive and now 1 here. So Abraham and Castile will go to that far side. The motion man will be Larry Beavers. Under center this time will go Collis. Got good protection, jumped straight back. Going to throw it out in the flat that time. He tried to go to Castile, had good coverage on that side, and just took too long to develop.
Good protection there for Collis. Just misfired a little bit. Good coverage by the Cats. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. We're 5:50 left in the first quarter right now.
2nd down and 10. Ball will be marked on the 4. 5:46 running clock in the Arena League, of course. This time they'll split Beavers to this side. They'll go far side with Castile. Abraham will be your motion man, and off he goes. Hit him right along the 12. Get hit right away, and a very, very good tackle that time by the Cats, who had a man that just shot in there and got him as soon as he caught it.
Quick little pass, got us out of the hole a bit, and a makeable 3rd down.
Ball will be marked on the 12. Got to get to the 19 to pick up a new set of downs. Castile will go split far that side. They'll overload that side this time with Beavers and Abraham. Now they'll send Abraham, make it Beavers in motion. Throws out in the flat, and he got a man out there, Castile, but he's going to be short of the 1st down, John.
Yeah, it looks like we're about 1 yard short here. Obviously going to go for it on 4th. Yeah, it's a full 1 yard. Nice catch by Castile against the hard side of this field.
Ball will be marked to really about the 17 and a half. Going to have to get a little more than a yard. It's going to be a long one here to get. See what the Doom come up with. 7-6, 4:25 to go in the first. Beavers will start on this side and go the other way. Going to toss it to the halfback. Fullbacks got it, and Romeo Gilbert is going to push his way, and he had some help in there. One of the big ones along the front got him a push, and he got a 1st down. He needed 1.5. He got 5.
Romeo Gilbert ran tough last week also, and he did get a good block over there by Jared Hernandez, a big old offensive lineman. And we're moving right now with 4:10 left in the first quarter.
4:10, they stopped the clock here. I'm not for sure what this is all about. Do we have a flag? We got a flag deep back over here around the 17. Let's check and see what Charles Olson tells us. Personal foul, hands to the face against the Doom. Now, was that a dead ball foul or not?
It's still 4th down.
Yeah, he had the 1st down, so that was during the play. So that's going to push them all the way back to the 18-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to have to get to 14. He's got to get to the 19, so it's going to bring up a 4th and 5. Hannah down to you. Coach Stingley's not happy with these penalties.
He's certainly not, and guys, it's taking them a little bit of a long time to describe the penalty itself. The guys are, waiting for the refs to tell them what's going on, and it looks like they're having, a little bit of a tough time deciding.
4th down, and Collis will look. Got a man over the middle. Can he follow? He dropped it on the 7. Man, oh man, he had Frederick Abraham right there streaking. Had the inside position on the defensive back there, John, Coach Sater. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Abraham would tell you that he has to make that catch. Pretty good throw by Collis, but we're going to give the ball back to the Cats with very good field position. They'll take it over on our own 14. Short field, defense has got to step up right here.
Xavier Walker out of Middle Tennessee State had the coverage, and he got a hand on him enough, and he couldn't hang on. So Cats will come up to the line. They'll go Omar Wright out here. And they'll have Fabarte Evans to the far side, Samson Ankwe. And we've got a couple of different pronunciations on his name, Ankwe, and that may be what we're going with, Ankwe.
Well, you know, as long as we're consistent with his name, I think we should be rewarded for that.
We're just going to call him Samson until we get it figured out. We'll get Heather to get us correct pronunciation on that at the half.
One thing that is new today, Russell, is our sideline reporter is truly a sideline reporter. Hannah could be in the huddle almost right now.
She is right in the middle of the action.
Oh, absolutely, guys. I don't know if you saw it earlier. I was actually a part of the play.
Don't want to do that. Fregosa in a shotgun. Looks, got a man, knocked away beautifully, trying to go to Omar Wright. Had a man on the coverage back there, and it was closed in a hurry, John, and did a great job that time defending the pass.
Derek Patterson, one of Derek Stingley's favorite players. They call him Showtime, and he made a great play over there in the corner.
So second down for the Cats after the turnover on downs. Boy, Collison Abraham wish they had that pass back.
So close, so close.
7-6. Ankwe will be down here. And they'll look and throw. No, sir. They'll get the quarterback. Fregosa will go down. And he'll go down from about the 14, 13-yard line. He'll be sacked back at the 17. They'll give him the 16. No, 17, I'm sorry.
That's Carl Green again. He's been seen all over the place. We've called his name about 3 times already. He is having a very good game for the inside of that Doom defense.
Third down for the Cats. Omar Wright will be your motion. He'll come to this side, and off he goes. Going to try to run a little pick underneath. They got a man wide open in the end zone, and he flat missed him. Tried to go to Ankwe and just missed him.
Fregosa had him open. Running out of room in that end zone, though. Maybe 3 yards overthrown, but he had him open. Fregosa, his scrambling is causing a little bit of trouble. Looks like we have him hemmed in, and then he pops out.
Sampson went down. They both cut in. Evans kind of just ran a little screen underneath, and he broke off from it, had room to go. Now Jim Terry's going to reach for one here from 25 out. Make it a 33-yarder. Kick, low line drive, no good. Back deep will be.
That's Christian Wise again. He up,
got
there
away,
he goes.
Got away. And he is gone, but we have a flag on the field, and we may have, I'm not for sure what we've got here. We've got the kicker down on the ground, Wise on the return, but the kicker is down. Jim Terry is on the ground. I don't know if we can see what happened or not. Wise cut it back inside. We'll take a look at the replay and see what we can see. And we had a man that looked like he got blocked into him. But the kicker is up. And, you know, John, you know how dangerous it is with these kickers. Let's go down to Hannah Jetmore. And let's see. Hannah, it looked like they got him for running into the kicker, and they're just so vulnerable back there. Even though he had a man blocking him, he just kind of went into him late.
Absolutely, guys. And it looked like he laid there for a couple of minutes. He was saying things that we cannot say on the air, but he was definitely either had the wind knocked out of him or was just kind of trying to take it in for a second. I was watching it, but yes, he was definitely flustered.
Thank you, Hannah. John, it's Good Friday. I'm sure you was having nothing but good thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, you know, he took a hit. We could see the hit. You know, he laid there. He got the call, and once again, the Peach State Cats are in scoring position.
Send a man on the run. Fregosa throws it in the end zone, no good, and he is going to get hit. And kind of looked up and like he wanted some help that time. Number 99, looked like Ronald Johnson got in there on him. Ronald's a big old boy. They're going to get a false start again on this Cats offense. Move it back to the 13-yard line. It'll be first and goal from there.
Neither team really in any kind of rhythm right now. A lot of flags, kind of sloppy. I'm sure it'll get better as it goes.
Unquay to this near side, Evans to the far side. Looks like that may be Flex Johnson in here now, and they throw it, and it is Flex Johnson on this near side, and they're going to sling him down on the 10 after a gain of about 3. So Flex Johnson in that time for the Peach State Cats.
Good defense right there. Looked like Aaron Appleby got to him first, held him to a short gain.
12 seconds, 10. They may just let this clock run out, and that's what they're going to do. We'll go to the second period. Into 1 here at the Plex. Doom lead at 7-6. Cats knocking on the door along the 7-yard line, make it a 9. We'll be back after this timeout.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to the Plex, 7-6. We start the second period. Down to the sideline, Hannah Jetmore.
Absolutely, guys. Well, when I spoke with Coach Stingley and some of the players before the game started, they told me they had no information on Peach State. They had no film of practices or anything, obviously, their first game, but they told me that they thought they were going to be scrappy, and I think that we can kind of agree with them on that. Guys, obviously the size difference, the Doom players a little bit larger than the Peach State players by far across the margins, but I think what we're seeing, too, is that our guys are taking it very personal. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder from last week's loss to Atlanta. He said, Coach Stingley and everyone said that they really, really have a lot to prove this week. So we're seeing that.
Thank you, Hannah. Start the second period. Second down and go, ball down on the 9-yard line. Fregosa in the end zone, tried to go to a man, incomplete. He's looking for interference. He's not going to get it. Good coverage down there, Coach Hader.
Deontay Dinkins, again, we've called his name several times. He was right on the receiver. Not really a chance to complete that pass.
Try to go Corvante Evans, and I'm telling you, it's very hard to see their numbers. I referenced some of you old school guys. Remember those old Tennessee white jerseys with that light orange outline, and that's what they got. Almost kind of a Georgia Tech looking gold on that white, but it is a little hard to see without a deep outline on it. Fregosa gonna scramble, in trouble, gonna look, throw in the end zone, and it's intercepted. Number 5 got it.
That's
Christian Wise.
That's our guy, Christian Wise, again, having a huge game.
Down to Hannah, big play there by Christian.
Absolutely, guys. And Coach Stingley telling us before the game that Christian Wise was going to have a big offensive opportunity here, but he's playing out of his mind on defense too, obviously the most valuable player so far. Guys.
Got a big interception, got an opening kickoff for a touchdown. That's a good way to start the first 16 minutes of your second game of the year.
He has been explosive. That's what we need. I guess we're going to, whoever's on Thursdays with Hannah probably will be the player of the game, evidently, because Christian Wise was one of her guests, and he's come out and showed why.
There we go.
Castile will be the motion man this time, and they'll take and going to throw it out here. He's trying to go to Frederick Abraham. And just outside of his reach that time. Just not on the money, kind of a little wide with his throw that time was Collis.
Not a real good pass by Collis. He's probably thinking about that one a little bit. He had a little bit more time to get rid of the ball. He kind of rushed it, and he threw an incompletion. We need to move the football down this field a little bit, Russell, and get a little bigger lead than this.
Yeah, they need to sustain a drive, eat up a little bit of this clock. Looks like points are going to be a premium as opposed to last week where they felt like rain. Collis back over the middle, got his man L.J. Castile, who had a big night last week. Going to get started with one here tonight. Let's see. Dropped it again. Had it in his hand, you can't do it.
Yeah, LJ's coming off a big game, and that was just a drop. That was a good throw by Collis that time, and we're in a little bit of a hole. 3rd down and 10 on the 5.
If I'm Collis, I go right back to him.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if he did either. L.J. Castile showed a great pair of hands last game, and he's not going to drop a whole lot like that.
Christian Wise to this side along with Castile this time. And we've got a timeout. Let's see. And the timeout is going to be, I think it's on the Doom. We'll take it with him. 30 seconds. Georgia Doom on DSBNsports.com. We'll be back after this timeout.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Welcome back to the Plex. Russell East, John Cosetter, Hannah Jet Moore down on the sideline. Big 3rd down, Doom on their own 5. Only got a 1-point lead. We got 12-14 in the second. And let's see there.
That's a water bucket timeout. See it over there?
Got to get the Gatorade gang off the field. Larry Beavers will be your motion man this time. And Collis will stop him. Now we'll get ready to go. They'll run stacks deep over here on this side. Look, and he's going all the way to Beavers. In and out of his hand. Beautiful play from the defensive back on that side. John Cosetter, that was a really good defensive play.
Looks like number 2 over there. No, it wasn't number 2. It must have been number 3. Lewis Brown over there with a good defensive play. And that brings up a 4th down and 10.
Might have been number 8 over there, too, and that was Javier Horton. Looked like they had 2 in the area. Make that number 6, Xavier Walker.
Big play right here, Russell. 4th down, way deep in your territory.
Yeah, got to convert here. Collis got time. No, it's going to get knocked down, and they're going to turn it over right there. And the Cats are going to be knocking on the door with a chance to take a lead here early in the second. 11-24. Change of possession. Let's go down to Hannah real quick. Did I lose Hannah? Let's see where I
There she is.
I'm here, guys. I'm actually in the box.
Hannah, that was not good. They needed to move that football offensively. Coach Stingley talked about this earlier tonight, consistency on offense, unable to move it.
Absolutely, guys. And Coach Stingley was very frustrated in the box. I was about 10 feet away from him. But, guys, the players are kind of just standing here trying to figure out how to get the ball moving, obviously, but how it's only a 1-point game at this, or 1-score game at this time. They think that they're playing so much better than Peach State. So we can kind of statistically see that, but we'll see how they do on this drive.
Cats knocking on the door. Quarterback going to take it, going to try to get a block on the corner. Doesn't get far. He'll jump inside, go from the 5 to the 4. And he was running for his life, John, but he still picked up a yard. 10:48, second down. Now you're at the 4.
That's Fregoso's type of game. We've seen his ability to scramble. Short field down here, short end zone. It's a tough place to have to complete a pass, but it's also a very tough place to run for any yardage when you're playing a little 8-on-8 drill.
Fregoso didn't make a mistake there with the football. He got bottled in a little bit, but got out of it. Corey Richardson will be to that far side. They'll bring Evans down here, and Wright will be in the slot, and we'll get a flag, and I believe this is going to be a delay of game. Exactly what it is, and that's going to back them up.
Delay of game number 3 for the Peach State Cats, and it hurts every time they get one of those. The clock has started, and they're in the huddle, and we'll see what they come up with now.
That moves them back from an original line of scrimmage. They were at the 5, got it to the 4. Now they're back at the 9. So they'll put Quavante Evans. He'll go to the far side. Omar Wright. Now they're confused on offense. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take one with them. Short timeout on the network. You're listening to ESPN's presentation of Georgia Doom football. We'll be back.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Quickly to John Kosader.
Hello, we're back. Hannah, we wanted to ask you now. The defense has been on the field most of the first half, it seems like, because our offense just hasn't moved the football. Have you seen any sign of those guys getting tired yet?
Not yet, guys, but I heard Coach Stingley go over and talk to his quarterback, Luke Collis, and say, you had that opportunity right there, right in front of you. So, guys, obviously some frustrations at this point, but no sign of being tired for the defense.
It's good. It'll wear on you, and I don't care what level you're at. Fregoso has got a man in the end zone for a touchdown, and I believe he got, was that Javier Gary?
That was 99. That was Connor Porter with that touchdown pass.
Connor Porter, a big offensive line, was eligible that time, and he got a touchdown.
Those 300-pound guys love being able to catch the football once in a while.
So the extra point will come from Jim Terry out of the hold of Fregoso. And it's a 12-7 ball game. And let's see. Delay a game. They got to get that worked out. The Cats have had too many of those. Roll the clock at 9:16. 12-7 is your score. The Doom took an opening kickoff back for a touchdown. Hunter Heck added the extra point, and it's been frustration since then for the Dome. And the Cats have now scored twice. Here's a snap, the touch, the kick is up. It got hit, and let's see. It was good. He got it over. 12-7, Cats lead it on the road. We'll be back. 30 seconds on the network. Georgia Doom football on ESPNsports.com.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to the Plex. Russell East, John Kosader. Hannah Jetmore down on the sideline. Hannah, they got to wake up here a little bit now. They're coming out a little flat. Offense has got to get something going.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Some energy is what they are kind of looking for. Guys are kind of starting to yell at each other a little bit, obviously, when things aren't meshing well. But there's no, hate towards one another. They're just kind of starting to get frustrated.
John?
And that's going to happen.
And that's exactly what it is. It's just frustrating.
It's early in the game yet. The offense, the only points we scored was on on a wise kickoff return. The offense has not moved the football. I am a betting man, and I am betting that Luke Collis gets it going right now.
Christian Wise will be the deep man. Abraham will be up. Jim Terry will kick it off for the Cats. Man, I just keep looking down, and those look like those honeycomb uniforms of Georgia Tech.
They do look like Georgia Tech.
Got the old goal going. And Terry this time is going to squib it, and we're going to have Christian Wise picking up on the 4. Cut back one way, got a block, needs another. Going to get slung down on the 10, though. Couldn't get that last block, and he had 4 Cats swarming right there along the 10, maybe the 9. Now, let's see if they'll move him up. They'll give him forward progress to the 12.
Could have been worse. An odd-looking kick. Last week we had a kicker kicking it through the goalpost and scoring, I think, 4 ones for kicking it through the goalpost. This Terry kind of squibs it a little bit more, which is starting to give us trouble after Wise ran the first one back.
8:22, 8:21. Don't forget, we'll get Hannah will have Coach Stingley going off at halftime. Hopefully we'll get a word in with Coach Phil Yaw coming back out for the Cats as well. So Collis got a man, and he reached up here and he found Larry Beavers right along the 25. And now we've got all kind of extracurricular activities down here. L.J. Castile involved in it. And the side judge is going to get a defensive back for the Cats a little peace of mind. Didn't like what he saw, didn't throw a flag. But he still didn't like all the extracurricular activities, John.
I think it was a good no call. There wasn't much there. The big key is that's Larry Beavers' first catch. Beavers was a big part of the offense last game that scored 56 points. So let's get him involved in the game a little bit.
Nice pitch and catch that time by Collis to Beavers. I'll make it to Castile. And they're going to send Castile in motion, going to the corner. Just in time, missed him. And he's looking for a flag, and he is going to look back at Castile, at Collis. And kind of understand that. I was a little late on the throw.
A little late.
Had him got to throw it at the break.
Allowed Lewis Brown to catch up. Lewis Brown, a hard-hitting 5'10", 190-pounder from Bethune-Cookman. Got over there and made a nice play. And it goes for an incompletion.
So they'll have Larry Beavers this time back. Abrahams will go to the far side. Beavers in motion. Take and look. And I don't know, did he get the snap off in time? They're going to call it. Looks like he was late, and they're going to get on a second down play at the 24. They're going to back him up 5.
Russell, we've seen a lot of football in any kind of football, but have you ever seen 6 delay games in, we're 23 minutes into this game now, and that's the 6th one.
And the thing about it is, it's so unusual in the arena game. You look last week, man, the plays were getting off quick and sharp and fast, and guys were scoring in 3 to 8 seconds, 12 seconds. Collis will drop straight back. Got a man open after Abraham down on the 17-yard line. He's going to be just short about a yard of the first down. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Nice little dunk pass by Collis right over the middle. Had Abraham wide open for a nice gain. Looks like about a 3rd down and 1 to go.
3rd down and 1. Doom need to keep this drive alive. They trail 13-7. They took the opening kickoff for a touchdown. They've been unable to drive it since then. Romeo Gilbert will be your fullback. Beavers will be to this near side. Abraham will be your motion man. Look, Abraham's there. He's there. Touchdown, Doom. Touchdown, Doom. Collis hit him in stride. And it's a touchdown, and we have a tie ball game at the 5:20 mark of the second period. And that, my friend, John Cosader, is just what the doctor ordered.
Frederick Abraham broke wide open. What I saw in that play, the key block by fullback Romeo Gilbert handled the linebacker and gave Collis the chance to find a wide open Abraham who was behind all his defenders.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That was much more what we expect to see from the Doom.
Hunter Heck with the extra point. Up and good. Timeout on the field. Doom lead it 14-13. We'll be back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. The Centroplex. Welcome back to the Centroplex. The Doom will kick it off, and the kick will sail out of the back of the end zone. And so we'll have a touchback. So Collis on the touchdown pass that time from 16 yards out. And the Doom take the lead 14-13. And that was at the 5:20 mark. Quickly, let's go to the sideline and Hannah.
Absolutely, guys. And remember that Fred Abraham is playing with a little bit of a bothered thigh, but it looks like it's not bothering him too much. Before the game, he told me that he wanted to stay in all 4 quarters. Guys, I think he has a pretty good chance of doing so.
Thank you, Hannah. John, Coach Satter need a big defensive stand here by the Doom.
Definitely a good defensive stand. There's 4:30 left in the half. Good defensive stand. We get the ball back. We have a chance to open up this lead. Let's see what they can do right here.
Fragoso's going to drop it behind the line, and it's going to be a fumble, and it's going to get away, and the Doom going to have a recovery. Are they going to get it? Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Try to go in the backfield that time. Taanque put it on the ground. Carl Green with the recovery. Number 44 for the Doom.
Carl Green is making himself known. When we talked about him before the game, Coach Stingley had good things to say about him, and he has definitely showed up big in this game.
So now Luke Collis can make him play. Coach Stingley will talk at him on the 17-yard line. They'll break away and go to the huddle. Castile to the far side. Abraham will be in the slot. Beavers will be the motion man. Fullback will be Romeo Gilbert. Beavers will go in motion. Collis under center. Going to leave it with the fullback. 5, 3, 2. Is he in or is he short? Let's see. They're going to call him short down on the 1. Little extracurricular activities after the play. And let's see what they call. They're going to call him down. Coach Stingley down there. He's trying to influence the call. No flag.
No, that was strictly Romeo Gilbert just crushing people, running the football. He runs hard like a big fullback, and he got the ball all the way down to the 1 and almost scored.
That was a great play call, I thought, right there with the tension of that moment on the Cats after the turnover. Collis, this time he'll take it, got a lead block, going to stick his head in there. He's going to stick it in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Doom. 20-13 with a point coming.
Collis showed the ability to run the football last weekend. He had a touchdown running last week. He's a big, strong man. And once he got to the line of scrimmage, he kind of bulled his way into the end zone.
So from about a yard out, Collis will stick his nose over in the ball too. Hunter Heck will give the extra point. Try to make it 21-13 and an 8-point lead. Snap, touch, kick is up, kick is good. Timeout on the field. Doom lead it 21-13. You're listening to watching Georgia Doom football on DSBNsports.com. We'll be back after this timeout.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Quickly to Hannah Jetmore on the sideline. Doom lead it 21-13.
Guys, we had been asking when the momentum was going to get here. I think it has arrived. Christian Wise looking at me saying, here we go.
So, Hunter Hick will kick it off. Here's the kick. Can he get him a point? No. Sail it out of the back of the end zone.
Well, that was the closest we've had to getting that point on the extra on the kickoff. Just missed it. Let's see if that defense, who they woke up, the defense is playing well. The offense is getting it going. Let's get another stop and score some more points.
Hunter's getting close. He just needs a little more time on the putting green, right?
That would have left him a short putt that time. He was there. I talked to Hunter before the game. He's thrilled to be doing this so close to his hometown, and he knows he can get that ball between those goalposts.
And I can tell in the morning on Channel 13, his big sister is very proud of him. Forgoso. Motion man will be right. Short hop the snap. In trouble. One man will miss him. He'll get away. He's off to the races. 25, 20, 15. And let's see where they finally mark him. Let's see if they're going to bring it back. Yeah, where are they going to mark him? They're going to give him about 17. It heads up play by the quarterback that time. Low snap, bounced it to him really. Forgoso had to pick it up and just run with it.
And Aaron Appleby had to run him down. Hard for those linebackers to run down those quarterbacks sometime, and he did a good job right there. Could have been a lot worse.
1:35 and the clock runs. Doom lead at 21-13. We're in the second. Wright will be the motion man, and he'll come to the line. Forgoso going to scramble again. 15, 12, and they're going to get a flag, and I'm not for sure they're not going to get a face mask here. The man who reached in from behind and pulled him down. It might be a hole, but I will say that flag came in right behind the defender who reached up for him on the tackle.
Forgoso got up from that play and immediately pointed to his face mask, so I'm afraid this is going to go against the Doom.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to go against number 6, Anthony Blake. Anthony, a lineman out of Concordia College. And that's what the play is going to be, I think.
Nope, they waved it off.
They waved it off, okay. So no flag on the play. We'll look at the replay. And I think he just scraped down his shoulder is what it looks like, John.
Nice break for the Doom. Minute 14 left. Second down and about 4 to go.
Forgoso brings them up to the line. Omar Wright will be your motion man this time. They'll go stack below to Sampson and Evans. And let's see. We get a timeout here. And it's an official's timeout. Kind of looks that way. Stops the clock with 60 seconds. Well, we'll stay right here. You know, John, last week, 81-56, you couldn't stop the touchdowns. They came in a premium the first 29 minutes of this game.
The defense has done a much better job. And with a minute left, what we found out last week, that a minute in an arena game is like forever. Wouldn't be surprised to see at least a couple more scores here. Hopefully those will go for the Doom. Need to make a defensive play here.
Second down, the ball is going to be, let's see where the ball is going to be marked, right dead on the 10. Going to have to get to about the 7 to pick up a new set of downs. Forgoso at quarterback. Richardson's at full. This time they'll send Onquay in motion. And he'll look, and he's going to throw it. And there's going to come a flag, and I promise you this is going to be pass interference, defensive holding against the Georgia Doom.
Yeah, you see who came up with that ball again. That was Mr. Wise again. But, yeah, I don't think that one's going to stand.
Yeah, we'll go back and look at it here. He was scrambling to this near side, had pressure on him, just kind of threw it up. And I'm not for sure who got the interception again. Was that Wise on the interception?
That was Mr. Wise again, yes.
And he is the one that's going to get the penalty on him because he flat grabbed the receiver with both hands up around the shoulders from behind him and just threw him out of the way to get the ball.
Derek Stingley down there, the visor came off, his hands went to his face. Just can't really believe what happened there.
So they decline the holding and take the personal foul, roughing the quarterback. So there were 2 flags on the play. Fragoso got hit a little late. Well, we saw the defensive holding, and our eyes turned away from him as the pass went.
Yeah, I didn't see the roughing the quarterback.
Man in motion is Evans. Throws it in the middle, incomplete. Had 2 men crossing together. Anquai. We'll get a pronunciation on his name. Hannah, you don't do anything else at halftime. Please give me his pronunciation.
You got it.
Thank you, dear. You're covering me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't want to get in trouble. I know we got some fans commenting on the live stream here, so we'll get it right, guys.
Yeah.
John Kosader is a PhD in English, and he couldn't figure it out for me. So, and they're going to run a direct snap, and he's going to fumble the ball, but keeps it. And now late flag's going to come in on a face mask, and I believe they're going to get number 6 on that face mask as he stopped him short of the goal.
That was Anthony Blake over there along with Carl Green, and I'm afraid that's going to go against us too. Yes, it is. And right now the Doom are kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
Face mask, automatic first down and goal. 21-13 with 43.9 ticks to go in the half. Don't forget, we'll step away a little bit at the half, but we got the Greek stroll off here tonight. And we're going to give you picture-in-picture of that, maybe a little more than that. Doom will take a timeout. We'll take one with them real quick here. 33.9 seconds to go, 21-13. We'll wrap it up when we come back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to the Plex. 33.9 seconds to go. First and goal after the face mask. Got a new quarterback in there, and that's Kyle Smith. Man in motion. Smith's going to run a little bootleg. He's going to step in easily for a touchdown. They flooded the zone on that side. John Kosader just didn't have enough people to go with it. And Alex Fragoso is out of the game on that drive the last 2 plays. And they brought in Kyle Smith, 6'1", 190 out of Georgia State.
Kyle Smith obviously a little faster of the two, a little more shifty down there, and he scored easily. And
21-19, let's see if the Cats go for 2 here and try to knock this thing up. And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Looks like Fragoso back in the game right now.
He is back inside, and they're going to run trips to that far side. 26 seconds to go here And I wouldn't be surprised if he runs to this side, and that's exactly what he does. He'll try to tuck his head in there. No way. No, sir. And the Doom got in there and got him. And that was number 6 on the stop again for the Doom, who's had a pretty good first half, take away a couple of penalties.
Anthony Blake again. I'm telling you, Fregoso's taking a beating this game, but he's standing, playing hard, and we have a 2-point game with 20.5 seconds left in the first half. 20.5 seconds is enough time for another score, so let's hope the Doom can get a kickoff return, and maybe Mr. Collis can get one more score for us.
26 seconds to go. It's a lifetime, Hannah, in the AAL with that much time on the clock before half.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely.
Hannah will get Coach Stingley at the half. He's still rather animated with Charles Olson, our referee.
He is indeed, and obviously they have a long history here. Charles's mom obviously helping with the Macon Knights, and I think he is, I'm right next to him, he's very frustrated.
Yeah, I maybe think you shouldn't ask him to dance at halftime. I don't know how that would go.
No promises about that.
Well, the deep man for the Doom will be Larry Beavers this time. And he's going to let the ball stand in front of him for a second, and Beavers is going to get caught, and he's going to go down. That is not a good play by Larry Beavers. Not for sure what he was trying to do that time. He was the deep man instead of Christian Wise, and John Cosater, he got kind of caught and is going to get dropped back at the 7-yard line.
Well, Terry's giving him a whole different look on the kickoffs. He's kind of squibbing it down around the 10. The ball's hopping around, and, you know, the Doom last week were fielding it off everywhere. The guy kicked it deep, kicked it through the goalpost, and this is a whole different kind of kicking game that the Peach State Cats are throwing at him. And so far, since the first return, they haven't kicked it deep, and they've kind of pinned the Doom back.
Well, 19.5 seconds to go, and let's see what Collis can do. Going to drop straight back. Got a man streaking, but he dropped it, and it came out of the receiver's hand right into a man on the 10. He's going to break one tackle. He's going to break another. He's going to break another. He's going to reach. He's going to reach. They're going to stop him at the 1. No, they give him the score. Give him the score. Number 3 on the interception, Lewis Brown, 5'10", 190 out of Bethune-Cookman. Went right through the receiver's hands, and he got it, and he made a singular effort all by himself to get it in the end zone.
Off the hands of a receiver. Again, that was a problem last week with one of Collis's interceptions. Once again, off the hands of a receiver and into the hands of Lewis Brown. And then, to be honest, just a real poor job of tackling by the Doom.
He intercepted that time. He ran it back. Let's see. Well, now they're not calling it a touchdown. Is that correct?
Nope. I didn't see a flag.
Yeah, the flag was about on the 10-yard line, I believe.
Well, they moved it back to the 12. So the Doom, the Cats are going to hate that one got away from them.
Oh, yeah, ruined a great effort by Lewis Brown. Big break for the Doom. And we have
4.4 seconds to go. Let's see if they just snap it and get out of here. Collis will drop, look, going to go a long way. Got a man, touchdown.
Oh.
Touchdown, Larry Beavers. Larry Beavers caught it. And the Doom were going to be down at the half. A penalty saved them. And Collis just hit Beavers from the 12-yard line for a touchdown.
That
38 yards.
That, my friends, is Arena League football right there. We're not going to take a knee with 4.4 seconds on a 55-yard field. We're going to throw it downfield, and Collis hits a big play to Larry Beavers.
So with no time on the clock, Hunter Heck will try to stick it through. Kick is up, and somebody got a hand on it, and it was tipped, and we got a flag down. Let's see what the call is. Charles Olsen will come to this near side. Well, was the extra point good or not? So they'll kick it again. I thought it went through. I know it was tipped, but I thought it went through.
Well, from our angle, it's kind of hard to tell. Obviously, I guess if we're kicking it again, it was wide or short or something. So Hunter Heck gets another chance.
So Heck will get to kick it again. Spot it down on the 7 is where the holder will put it down. Marcus Brooks on the hold. Snap, touch, kick. This time up, and he drills it through. And that makes it 28-19. And it's going to be halftime. Let's go down.
Hey, Coach, tell me what you're going to do for adjustment-wise as far as penalties.
You know, these are silly penalties. It's like being over-aggressive. It's like we can't get off of 4th down. You know, it's almost like I can't coach cautioning the players, but at the same time, some of these penalties are not really penalties. I mean, we're not getting the best calls that we're supposed to get from an official standpoint. I'm going to go in here and talk about it, but the players got to do it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Hannah. All right, John, we'll go to the half here, 28-19. Thoughts on this first half?
Well, I think it was a whole lot better than last week's first half. We struggled in the first quarter a little bit, came out with some points. Our quarterback, Luke Collis, heated up a little bit. He hit a long one to Larry Beavers, and we've got a 9-point lead at the half, so we got to be a little bit happy about that.
Doom were in trouble. They had an interception. They ran it in the corner for a touchdown, but they got a penalty on the play. Luke Collis reared back and threw it 38 yards to Larry Beavers. They would have been down possibly 26-21. Instead, they go to halftime with a lead of 28-19. We'll take it. We'll take a timeout. Don't forget the drink stroll-off coming up. We'll pay a few bills, give you a little picture-in-picture. We'll come back and get ready for the second half. You're listening to Georgia Doom Football on DSPNSports.com. We'll return after these messages.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, the car lot for you. Remember folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Working! Hey! Working! Hey!
Middle Georgia, get ready. The new arena football team, the Georgia Doom, is here, and you can participate in their inaugural season. Get your season tickets now.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, "Oh my, what a pizza pie!" Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'em, You Sell 'em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'em, You Sell 'em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at You Park 'em, You Sell 'em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. You Park 'em, You Sell 'em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at You Park 'em, You Sell 'em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'em, You Sell 'em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, the car lot for you. Remember folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'em, You Sell 'em.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Working! Hey! Working! Hey!
Middle Georgia, get ready. The new arena football team, the Georgia Doom, is here, and you can participate in their inaugural season. Get your season tickets now.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week, featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window. Welcome back. We'll get to John Coach Sater on your first half highlights after the kickoff. Kick into the end zone. Let's go to John. Let's talk a little bit about quarterback play here in this first half.
Well, quarterback play has been okay. Luke Collis for the Georgia Doom got it going a little bit late in the second quarter. He ended up with going 6 out of 13 for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm pretty confident we'll see a good second half from him. Meanwhile, for the Peach State Cats, Alex Fergoso, 4-9 for only 48 yards. So a good defensive performance by the Georgia Doom, and we may need that to win this football game, Russell.
Thank you, John. Not a lot of offensive highlights, 28-19. Doom scored on a 38-yard touchdown pass with 2 seconds to go. Hunter Heck got the extra point. Back to throw is Fregoso. Got a man down there, and it's going to be knocked away that time by the Dooms number 5, and that was Christian Wise, and he stepped up here tonight.
Good coverage by Christian Wise. Looked like the receiver had a step on him, but Christian Wise, with good closing speed, was able to knock the pass down.
Hannah will come to you after this play.
Sounds good, because I have breaking news on how to say his last name.
You are the woman. 28-19 is your score. Omar Wright will be your motion. They'll go Onquay, and let's see, we're going to get a flag. No, we're not. Delay of game is not going to be called. And Omar Wright is going to get behind the man, and it's going to be a touchdown. You got to be kidding me. Got behind the man down there, and I think he kind of stopped maybe on the play when he heard the flag, and that was Dinkins back there. I believe in the coverage. Was that Deontay Dinkins? It was, wasn't it, John?
It was, and Omar Wright got behind him. The horn went off, which signals a delay of game. Head coach Derek Stingley furious with the non-call, but Fregoso kept it going. Hit Omar Wright in the corner of the end zone for a long touchdown.
Wise is not happy about that, but the old adage in football, play till you hear the whistle. And they're going to try a drop kick, and this is not going to go well at all. and Jim Terry's going to run for his life and throw it out of bounds.
Jim Terry not really enjoying this football game a whole lot.
28-25. Let's go down to the sidelines to Hannah. Hannah, go ahead. First of all, give us a pronunciation on number 21's name.
According to his coaching staff, it is Ongwai.
Ongwai.
Yes.
Ongwai. Okay.
And indeed, coming back from the half, not exactly the start Coach Shingley was wanting. Penalties already plaguing the team. We'll see how they respond.
Well, we're going to keep it right here. We're not going to go to break. 12:54. Clock stops here as we get ready for this kickoff. And I'll just tell you, that was just too bad for the Doom that time. Christian Wise, I really thought, and everybody on the Doom team kind of stood up like there was going to be another delay of game, John. And there's been so many, it's almost like they got conditioned to it.
They did. They heard the horn, and they kind of slowed down, but Alex Fregoso did not. He rolled to the right and found Omar Wright in the corner of the end zone for a score.
So this time back for the Doom will be Christian Wise, and it's going to go bounce along the boards, and Wise is going to drop it in the end zone, and he's going to run it out. Got away from no, sir, he did not. And there's a couple of flags, and I don't know what we're going to have here. Flags right around the 15-yard line. We got a hold. Wait for Charles Olson to call it.
I don't see how it could be good news for the Doom on that kick.
Tackled it to 3. Flags came from the side judge over there and the side judge on this side, and it is a hold. Move it back half the distance to the goal line to the 1.5.
That's okay. Only 54 yards to go for a score. Let's look at the positive here.
53.5.
Okay, 53.5. That's even better.
Modern math.
Let me see. 4 plays.
This is Common Core math going on here. We got to go around their elbow to get to the answer. Taking, going to leave it with the fullback, and he's going to pop for about 3 up to the 4-yard line before he's brought down hard. Looked like 91 on the tackle that time for the Cats.
Romeo Gilbert giving him a little room to work now. Got it all the way out to maybe the 3. So that gives Mr. Collis plenty of room to work. And let's see what we can get going.
50-yard field in arena football, 8 yards deep on the end zone. L.J. Castile will be your motion man this time. And they'll put Abraham split to that far side. They'll look, and he's going to Castile, going long and can't get to him. Good coverage, stride for stride with him that time for the Cats. Good coverage downfield, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the 4, got to get to the 12. We'll call it 8.
L.J. Castile's been kind of quiet. Don't know if he has a catch yet. You know, the Doom are playing without one of their better receivers today. And Antoine Cutts, who is not suited up today, he had a big game last weekend. Trying to make it work, but struggling still a little bit.
Castile will be the motion. Got him 1st down, and Moore will stretch to the 15, maybe the 16. They will mark him dead on the 15. No flags down, but it's enough to get him some breathing room and a 1st down. Put him 35 yards from pay dirt with a 3-point lead, and the clock will roll under 11 minutes on this next snap here in the 3rd.
Maybe that'll get L.J. Castile going. And maybe that'll get Luke Collis going.
Castile and Abrams to the other side. Taking, going to look at Larry Beavers. There he is. Larry Beavers got it on the 10, got it on the 5. Going to stroll in for a touchdown. And Luke Collis has hit one. We got to wait a minute. Wait a minute. Back on the 12. We got a flag on a 3rd and 8. He hit Beavers in stride on the 15. He took it to the house. But let's check it and see. Holding against the Doom. It ain't going to count. It's coming back. Man.
Beavers ran a great route, cut in, went out. Collis had time to throw. hit him in the hands, and Beavers finished it off. But another flag. That time a hold. Tough penalty right there.
Well, that just made me pull up a chair for the first time tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of a chair type of night right now.
Let's see if, excuse me, Luke Collis can bounce back from this. Castile will come to this near side. Abraham will be your motion man. To the far side will go Beavers. Abraham comes in motion. Collis looks, boom, got him on the 20. Step inside to the 23, roll on to the 24. He'll be a yard shy of first down.
That was Frederick Abraham with a nice catch, nice pass. Collis heating up a little bit, and that gives us, well, we're in good shape. Second down and about 1.
Across the front, they'll go Hernandez, Hartman, and Burns. Fullback will be Romeo Gilbert. Collis is your quarterback. Castile, Beavers, and Abraham will be your wides. This time, Beavers will be your motion man. Castile, Abraham will be in the slot. Beavers will go in motion. If he'll cut inside, he may have him look. Collis now to break down. Got a man underneath, and he completed it to Abraham, and he's going to roll in for a touchdown. Bounced off the board and got in for the touchdown. So 2 plays later, the penalty doesn't hurt them, and they get the pay dirt, and it's 34-25. Good play.
No place to run out of bounds for Frederick Abraham. He got to the 5, put his head down, got those final 5 yards with a lot of heart, and he gets in the end zone. And the Doom improve on that lead just a little bit more.
Collis will have his 3rd touchdown pass of the night, and he's got 1 rushing. Extra point will come out of the hold of Marcus Brooks. Snap, touch, kick, up and good. We got a flag. And I believe this is going to go against the Peach State Cats. Let's see.
Yeah, the way everybody's acting.
Decline, extra point is good. So let's see. We'll keep it right here during the timeout. Now, I thought that made it as, no, that's right, 35-25 is your score.
So a nice 10-point lead. Hunter Heck having a nice game. He's 5 of 5 on extra points. Extra points aren't always easy. The goalposts are thin. And talking to Hunter Heck before the game, he says it really doesn't change a whole lot about his kicking. He always tries to kick it right down the middle. It's just that he can't miss.
Doom Dolls will perform here for a few minutes. While they do, let's go down to Hannah Jet Moore down on the sidelines, and Hannah, that thought the mistake was going to hurt him. Luke Collis stood back and threw another touchdown. Didn't cost them too much, and they got the score.
That's right, guys, and it just goes to show how advantageous it is to have Luke Collis at quarterback. He's super easy in the pocket and just takes his time. Although he's made some mistakes tonight, he's proved that when it comes down to it, he's got what it takes.
All right, Hannah, Sampson Onquai.
There we go.
Got it right. We'll get that young man's name corrected in the second half, because he had a pretty good first half, I thought, John Coach Sater, for the Peach State Cats.
Well, what I've learned in my brief broadcasting career, if I'm going to have trouble with a name, I'm just going to wait for you to say it, and then that kind of takes the pressure off of me.
Well, this is what you got to love about these color guys. Well, 8:39 to go in the third, 35-25. And the Doom will get set to kick off.
Come on, Hunter. Hey,
Heck.
Remember that? Hunter couldn't get it teed up last week either. This is the first time that he's failed to get the ball teed up. He's trying to get us a point right here.
All right, Hunter, let's get it through that goal post. Omar Wright will be one of the deep men. And they're going to kick an onside kick. It's beautifully executed. And L.J. Castile is in it, got it. And the Doom have it at the 13-yard line, maybe the 14. And it was beautifully executed by Hunter Heck and caught the Peach State Cats completely off guard. And now at a 10-point lead, you got an opportunity to do some damage right here, John.
Well, that was definitely, it caught me by surprise. Hunter had 3 or 4 opportunities to try an onside kick last week when we were down late in the game. Didn't get anywhere with it, but we caught them by surprise. The element of surprise pays off for the Doom. Russell, I really don't have a big problem with us putting this game away after 3 quarters. Let's get us a comfortable lead and then see what we can add on at the end.
Brandon Thompson says I had one of those awkward pauses. Collis will drop straight back. Got Beavers and he dropped it. Got a hit. Didn't really drop it, just couldn't bring it in. Good coverage that time down the field for the Cats, number 8, and that was Javier Horton. 5'10", 180 out of Point University.
Another good pass by Collis. Got it to Beavers in time, and Beavers couldn't quite hold on to it when he got hit. Collis has looked good the second half.
So far, so good, 7:46. L.J. Castile will be your motion man this time. Beavers will be down here. Abraham to the far side, dropping straight back. Collis got time. Going to Beavers, and he dropped it. Had him wide open, and he just couldn't hang on. And I don't know if the man got a hand in there on the backside. Looked like number 3, Lewis Brown, out of Bethune-Cookman, got his hand in there, John.
Yeah, I'm thinking that ball might have been tipped. If not, Beavers would have caught it and probably scored. Pretty good defensive pressure over there. They had a couple guys back, but once again, Collis had a chance to make a play, and his receivers, although it was a tough play, couldn't quite come up with the football.
7-minute mark will go below it. 3rd down and 10, ball on the 14, make it the 13-yard line. Abraham will be the motion this time. Beavers to this near side, Castile to the far side. Romeo Gilbert will be your fullback. Collis looks, knocked away. Beautiful coverage downfield that time. Tried to go to L.J. Castile. And once again, I believe back there deep for the Peach State Cats was Javier Horton. And he's had a good second half here covering these receivers, but we've got a flag on the play. And let's see, this is going to go against the Doom. Check it and see. Nope, it's going to go against the Peach State Cats. Our referee, Charles Olson.
Totally missed that call. Didn't even see the flag.
Has to be encroachment. It was only 5 yards. And that's exactly what it was.
Third down here. Big play for the Doom.
Castile will go to that far side. Abraham will be your slot man. Larry Beavers will be your motion man, and he's off to the races. Collis going to throw it to Romeo Gilbert underneath, and the fullback's got it. 25, 20, 15, 10. Cut it back inside along the 7. It'll be 1st and goal. No flags.
We ran a little screen play right there. Not a play seen a whole lot in the Arena League.
Great call.
When you've got a weapon like Romeo Gilbert runs harder than anyone I've seen on the Georgia team, and he turned it into a big play.
Doom got it, 1st and goal. Ball will be on the 6. We got a timeout. We'll take it with them. Timeout, 35-25. Doom lead it, 5:43 to go in the 3rd. You're watching Georgia Doom football on DSBNsports.com. We'll be back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. And let's go down the sidelines and let's check in with Hannah Jetmore. Big opportunity here for the Doom, Hannah.
That's right, guys, and we'll see how they capitalize on this right now. Collis and Coach Stingley, everyone's just trying to make something happen out of this opportunity like you guys alluded to. We'll see if they capitalize.
Thank you, Hannah. First and goal for the Doom, 5:43. They lead it by 10, 35-25. Collis looked, throws in the flank, had a man out there, and I believe that time, and that was Abraham. I thought it was Christian Wise that stepped out there for a moment, but it's Abraham.
Abraham couldn't break that first tackle, but it's positive yardage, and we're down on the 3.
Like the play calling here with the screen to the fullback, and that reality was just a screen right there as well, too.
Little wide receiver screen, basically.
Hit him right along the line. He dove in for 2.
No, we're not going to be scared to run the football down here. That we've proven that we can run the football with the quarterback and our fullback.
They'll flood it this side, and beautiful play. Went to Romeo Gilbert. They put Beavers over here. They had Abraham stacked inside almost at a tight end. L.J. Castile to the far side. Beavers went in motion to the same side, and they just did that old Washington Redskin counter tray and handed it back the other way, and he walked in.
I don't want to meet Romeo Gilbert one-on-one when you got to make a tackle on him down there. He is just a tough, hard-nosed football player.
We got a dead ball foul against the Doom. Unsportsmanlike conduct. But it's 41-25. Hunter Heck's going to make it 42 right here out of the hole to Marcus Brooks. Snap, touch, kick is good. Timeout on the field. Doom lead it 42-25. American Arena League football live on DSBNsports.com from the Centralplex in Macon, Georgia. Dome lead it 42-25. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to the Plex. Doom lead at 42-25. Quickly to the sideline. Big score, Hannah.
Absolutely, it is. And when we talked about the offense wanting to get a quicker start at the beginning of the game, well, we're seeing it kind of pick up now, and that's what they're wanting to see right now. Hold on, the ref's calling me. Let me go.
All right, thank you, Hannah. Well, Hunter Heck will kick it off. Omar Wright will be the deep man. Come on, Hunter, get us a point here. Gonna squib it, gonna get through one man, gonna get to the second around the 10. 15, bring it up to the 17-yard line. And we got a little fighting and shoving going on, and I'm not sure this may not be on the Cats. And it looked like number 31 was involved in that, John. I'm not for sure that was Jai Webb out of Malone. Make that Atlanta Sports Academy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we can go 2 or 3 plays without having a penalty. These referees have been busy, to say the least, tonight.
Well, dead ball foul, personal foul, face mask, and they're going against the Doom. And that occurred all the way down at the 21-yard line of the Doom. Goodness gracious, is going to take this ball all the way to the 11, half the distance.
Oh, my.
42-25. Fregoso has been your quarterback the whole time. Omar Wright's been mostly your slot. Onquay. Corvante Evans. Corey Richardson will be at full. They'll go with Williams, Rowland, and Porter across the front. Go wides to the far side with a slot. Now they'll bring Omar Wright in motion and bring him this way. Onquay will be down in the bottom. They'll throw to Omar Wright and incomplete. Got a flag, and I believe this is going to be a false start. That's exactly what we got. They're going to back them up 5. So they'll go from the 11, it looks like, where they started that ball at. That'll move them back to the 16. And it'll be first down and 10 from the 16.
Yeah, yet another flag. I don't have the count for both teams, but I would say over 10 for both teams. I would say that would be a safe bet right there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's first down and 15. Got to get down inside that 1 to get a new set of downs. Omar Wright will be your motion man. That means they'll flood this side. Let's see what they'll do. Ball will go on the ground. We'll have a flag. I don't know. We're going to get encroachment this time. We're going to get movement from the left side of the line over there.
Well, I was watching where he threw the flag, and right when Omar Wright got hit, he was the receiver over there cutting across the middle. As soon as he got hit, that's when the flag got dropped. So let's see if that was it.
Back judge dropped the flag, it looks like. Let's see.
Yep, I was wrong. That's another illegal procedure call, and that was declined.
So it's going to bring up a second down, and from the 20, got to get down to the 1. No, they didn't decline it. They backed it up. So they'll bring the nose tackle and shoot him up there and real quick, and the quarterback's in trouble, and it's going to be completed, I guess, off the wall down here. And they will complete it down to the 12-yard line. Let's see if they'll say he had control of it or not. Coach Stingley seems to think he did not, but they will give it to him.
That's Larry Bryant over there in the corner with Carl Green breathing down his neck, but they managed to complete it. Looks like about a 3rd down and 11 or so.
Javier Horton checks out of the game. Omar Wright to decide they're going to flood this zone again over here. Onquay. And they'll go to Onquay.
Oh,
and that'll get you a flag, because they're going to pull him straight down before the catch. And number 15 for the Doom is going to get that flag.
That's Derek Patterson over there chasing the guy into the wall. Looked like he got a hand up and maybe interfered with the receiver just a little bit. Don't know if he would have caught it or not. But, yeah, I believe that call is going to go against Georgia also.
Yeah, that's going to go against the Doom, and you're quite kind with your descriptive words of that pass interference.
Well, that's because you're sitting there watching a replay of him attacking him. I
think I saw that one live. It was a call either way. Fregoso in a shotgun. He's going to leave it with the fullback, and the Doom are going to stack him up inside this time, John, and they showed their muscle up front that time.
Yeah, that was pretty much the whole defensive line jumped all over Corey Richardson the minute he touched the football, and Peach State has moved the football, but every time they get within the 5, they've had a hard time scoring. And credit to the Doom defense. Let's see if they can hold them out right here.
Second down, ball's on the 3-yard line. 42-25. 1:43 in the clock ticks. Onquay and Evans down below here. Gonna look, tried to go inside, and they're gonna get another flag. And actually that time that was Flex Johnson in there at wideout at a shorter college, and he's a good-sized target at 6'3", 206.
Looks like they got Deontay Dinkins maybe for a hold. Didn't look like there was a whole lot of contact, but yep, they got Deontay for a hold there. And that's automatic first down.
First and goal. This time they'll go split Larry Bryant and Flex Johnson down below. Onquay will be your motion man. Flood that side. Quarterback's going to run a little bootleg, and he's not going to get very far. And the Doom are going to lower the boom on him, and I'm not for sure that young man's going to get up this time. And he's slow to get up.
Yeah, Fergoso's hurting. Big Carl Green ran him down. Fergoso thought he could get the corner, but Green said, no way, not happening. And he got slammed up against that wall over there. And I don't think those walls are very comfortable to run into like that.
Fergoso will go to the sideline.
Kyle Smith in at quarterback. He had a running touchdown early in the game.
So Smith will come in. Man in motion. Kyle Smith will take it this time. He'll try to sneak in and get another touchdown. He's going to be down on about the 2, maybe the 1. They're going to give him the 1-yard line.
Deontay Dinkins with the stop. It looked just for a second that Smith might get in, but the quick defense stops him from getting in, and we have completed the third quarter.
That is the end of 3. Your score, Doom 42, Peach State Cats 25. When we come back, it'll be 3rd and goal. You're watching AAL Arena Football on DSPNSports.com. We'll come back after this timeout.
Work it! Hey! Work it! Hey!
Middle Georgia, get ready. The new arena football team, the Georgia Doom, is here, and you can participate in their inaugural season. Get your season tickets now.
And welcome back. Let's go down to the sideline to Hannah Jetmore.
When the quarterback just went down, head coach Derek Stingley immediately told the Georgia Doom athletic trainer to head on over. Guys, we'll see how he is responding.
3rd down and goal. New quarterback in the game trying to get him in there. Kyle Smith, he scored 1 tonight. They'll get movement. That'll back him up 5.
Yeah, there's a flag on that play. What a surprise.
5-yard, back him up. 14:59. Got 1 second ticked off. Doom lead it by 17. And that's going to make it a 3rd down play. That's going to move it back to the 6. They were down at the 1. So 3rd down. Kyle Smith in at quarterback. Fergosa is out.
I'd be very surprised if we saw Fergoso back in the game. He's taken a beating all night, but that hit against the wall was pretty cringeworthy.
They'll go Onquay, Evans, and the motion man this time is Larry Bryant. And the quarterback will keep it. He'll step in. He'll get to the 5. He'll get to the 4. Will they squeeze the 3 out of it? Let's see. I think they're going to mark him right at that 3-yard line. Going to bring up a big 4th down here for the Peach State Cats.
Well, Russell, it's kind of obvious that Marino Filial, the head coach for the Peach State Cats, isn't real confident with Kevin Smith throwing the football.
Let's go down to Hannah quickly. What you got, Hannah?
Guys, I just talked to athletic trainer, and he told me that their quarterback is fine. They're not sure if he's going to return. That'll be their coaching decision, obviously, but I did want to get you guys that update.
Thank you for the update, Hannah. 42-25, 14-12. Timeout will come with the Peach State Cats facing a 4th and goal at the 4. We'll take it with them. Georgia Doom football on ESPNSports.com. We'll be back after this timeout.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back. 4th down and go, 14-12, trailing 17, 42-25. Cats on the road. New quarterback in there. And the quarterback's going to scramble, and he's going to go the other way, and we're going to get a hold. He may get in here, but I assure you that's going to be a hold on the Peach State Cats as Kyle Smith, the 6'1", 190 quarterback from Georgia State, the old Panther himself, got in for his 2nd score of the night. And it's going to be a false start. It's not going to be a hold. It's going to be a procedure call against the Peach State Cats. That'll move them from the 6 back to the 11, and we'll get a 4th down again. And
look who's coming back in.
Fregoso, and I'll tell you what, I thought at first it might be a little bit of a shoulder the way he went into that wall or his head, but it's ankle. And you could see him gingerly walking on it when he came back on the field. And is he going to come back in?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Tough kid.
Onquay. They'll flood the field this time, this side. Corey Richardson will be your full. He won't go under center. Onquay in motion, taking, looking, almost picked on a 4th down play. Had a man in there.
That was Derek Patterson. Derek Patterson with a big stop on about the 3-yard line, and the Doom will take over with a chance to pretty much put this game away with a score.
42-25. Not as prolific as it was last week, Hannah, but the defense has stepped up here around the 2nd and 3rd period, and it's been a difference maker in this game as they start in the 4th.
That's right, and Coach Stingley was just yelling at his guys, stay on your guy, stay on your guy. Obviously, it worked out for Derek Patterson.
Terrible towels got waved here tonight. A little red and black.
Gotta love red and black, Russell.
You know there's nothing red or crimson allowed in my home. Under center goes Collis. Drops straight back. Looks for Abraham. He's not there, but he's got Larry Beavers breaking wide open. Got him into the 11. He'll stroll in for a touchdown. Touchdown for the Georgia Doom. Collis just threw it 41 yards, and he hit Beavers for a touchdown.
Larry's got some pretty good moves after the touchdown, too.
48-25, and he busts a move along the 9.
Collis' 4th touchdown of the game, but what made that play was the protection he got. Nobody's getting on him, sat back there forever, didn't have to throw it hard, just lobbed it up, and Larry Beavers was a good 5 yards behind everyone else.
Yeah, and he turned on the Jets, too. He looked over here to this left and looked a man off, and Beavers just blew by his man. Marcus Brooks with the hold. Hunter Heck with the kick. It's up and good. 49-25. It's all about the Doom with 12:34 to go. We'll come back after these timeouts.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Getting on you.
How you feeling?
And welcome back to the Centralplex. 49-25, Doom on top. 41-yard touchdown pass, Collis to Larry Beavers. And let's go down to Hannah real quick on the sideline. Hannah, go ahead.
That's right, guys. And when I'm actually in the way, Coach Stingley yelling at me to get out of the way. But I just spoke with Luke Collis, quarterback, saying that he feels very confident about how the game is going to end. Wasn't the way they wanted to get it started, guys, but saying he's very pleased with the progress right now.
Hannah, don't get run over down there on that sideline.
It's fine.
You'll think it's fine when that 235-pound guy that can run a 4.3 hits you. Thank you, Hannah. You did a good job of dodging that one, though. That was pretty good.
Thanks.
All right, John, Coach Sater got a little breathing room now. They stretched it out by 24 at 49-25.
Well, I've got other things on my mind now. You know, I'm a parent, and I almost saw Hannah get creamed right there. So we're a little worried about her down there. We are all parents up here.
I'm not worried, guys. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, it's our fatherly instincts kicking in. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Okay, so we go back to Alex Fragoso at quarterback, but he immediately comes out and takes a timeout. We'll go to a 30-second break, and we'll come back after this.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
First down and 10, 49-25. Back in the game is Bargosa, and he's going to drop it on the ground, and he can't get away, and he's going to go down all the way back from the 23. They'll tackle him back on the 13.
Guess who? Yep, Carl Green. Again, Carl Green has been a bad man in this football game. And the Cats just don't have an answer for him.
Fragoso is limping off the field, and I can just tell you, there's nothing like an ankle sprain or an ankle injury. Listen, I hurt mine playing ball years ago, had a few surgeries on my ankles. I stepped off a curb about 2 years ago. About once a week, mine will swell up, and I can't hardly walk on it.
Yeah, he's back out now, and Kyle Smith is back in. It's tough. You know, it's Peach State's first game of the year. Still trying out some guys on the road. It's a tough scenario for them against, you know, kind of a upset Georgia Doom team. So right now they're looking for bright spots, and maybe they can find some in Kyle Smith.
So here comes Kyle Smith on a high snap. He's just going to throw it up in the air, and that's a bad mistake, and the Doom almost intercepted and just fell short on about the 3-yard line. And we got somebody that lost a helmet. But I tell you what, Kyle Smith just kind of hot potato, that one. He wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah, he felt the pressure going. I think he's mainly a guy who probably looks more like a running quarterback, and he's in this arena game, and they're expecting him to throw the ball downfield. He did not look like he wanted any part of it right there.
Yeah, he kind of threw that one with both hands.
Yeah, and L.J. Castile almost took advantage of it.
Onquay will go in motion. They're going to flood that side. Going to go over the quarterback's head. It's going to be a safety. 51-40, 25 now. And it kind of falling apart here for the Peach State Cats.
Well, when it rains, it pours. They can't even get a snap back to their quarterback right now. That's really 2 or 3 bad snaps in the last 5 or 6 snaps. And, you know, a new quarterback back there, and then you get a high snap, and that led to points for the Georgia Doom, and we will get the football back also.
51-25 is your score. 9:34 will come to Hannah on the sideline after this kickoff.
Hey, let's remember, this is a 2-point game at halftime. 28-19 at halftime because we scored late. So it was a 9-point game at halftime, and we have outscored them, 23-6 in the second half. How's that for math, Russell?
You're doing better at your Common Core.
Yes, sir. That's that Warner Robins High School education.
Oh, my God. Demons. I know my buddy Marvin James giving us some love up here tonight from Channel 13. Thank you, Marvin. You know we love you, brother. Thank you for the kind words. 51-25. I bet his ears picked up when you said Warner Robins Demons.
Oh, yes.
You know
No doubt. Russell, Marvin was here for a lot of the game. He's probably headed back for a newscast, but he did stay for much of the game.
This one's going to get kicked out of bounds, and somebody's got a free football. Will they throw it back?
I think they're going to make him throw it back.
Oh. Well,
I'd be running in the other direction right now. Oh,
hey, look at that.
He
Mr.
threw
Charles,
it back.
Charles Olsen's going to give it to him. Now, look, Pops, you got to give it to one of them kids. Man.
Yeah, don't keep the ball, Dad.
You're going to give it away. Maybe you'll flip a coin. There's 3 of them vying for it.
And now
now there's 3 balls on the field. Thank you, Him. And now the ball boy is trying to come back and get the ball. He doesn't realize that the referee gave him the ball.
Oh, he gave the ball up. Is that a ball boy? Or?
Yeah, that's the ball boy. Well, let's go down to the side. After this play, we'll go straight to Hannah. 51-25, Collis. Sends Castile in motion, right that Abraham, and he's got it at the 10, got it at the 5. He's going to score. Touchdown.
That's Abraham's 3rd of the game, and that's Collis's. I'll tell you when they turn the light back on. I think it's number 6 for him tonight.
Yeah, it's 5 at least. It may be 6, 57,
1, 2, 3,
25.
4, 5. That's number 5 tonight. And 3 of them to Abraham.
We'll stay here after the extra point and get down to the sidelines to Hannah. Hunter Heck. He's going to need ice on that leg again this week, ain't he?
He touches that football a lot. I think we're going to let Hannah kick the last extra point.
Yes, we are.
Snap, touch, kick is up. Kick is good. 58-25. Let's go to the sideline. And let's go to Hannah Jetmore. Hannah, that's just what they needed. And they have turned it on here late in this 3rd and early in the 4th period.
Right, guys. And I was standing right by the box when the most recently, and then right here in the end zone to see Fred Abraham. Obviously, like I said, he's playing with that agitated thigh. But what he told me was that he was going to last all 4 quarters, and here we are. I was about 2 feet away from him, and he said, "See, back to you guys."
Thank you, Hannah. We're a little late getting that camera down there, too. I apologize about that. 58-25. Coach Stingley goes over to the sideline. Looks like he was talking to the head coach of Marino Filial of the Peach State Cats. Back deep will be Omar Wright. Onway will be the up man. And Hunter Heck. Come on, Hunter. Let's kick it through and let's get us a. Oh, he's going to squib again. Going to get up to the up man. Onway's going to take it. And he's going to get to the 15, 16, 17, 18, 19-yard line before number 32 is going to put him on the ground.
Number 32, Aaron Appleby. We've called his name often tonight. He's been a very good defensive player tonight, and now he makes a tackle on special teams. And the Doom are playing it out.
Aaron Appleby from Lane College.
It's a little better feeling than it was last week at this time, isn't it, Russell?
Got to shake it off. Yeah, you don't like that?
Oh, I like it. I love Taylor Swift references, but hey.
Not about 58-year-old play-by-play guy.
I just didn't appreciate.
I'm hip, baby. I'm hip.
You just weren't dancing. That was what was missing.
Coach Hader was.
There we go.
He was.
There we go.
And nobody will ever see that.
Hey, it's like Vern and Gary in the booth when No Sean and Soldier Boy were doing their thing in Athens.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Lord. I was at that game live.
Gotta love Athens. Athens is a great place.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great place to see bands, maybe, but other than that, not much to it. 58-25. Kyle Smith is your quarterback. He's going to run it out from about the 14. He'll get it out to about the 17-yard line. Gain of about 3. We'll call it second down and about 13 after the penalty.
So, Russell?
Yes, sir.
Next weekend, we're away. The Georgia Doom are away somewhere. I should know, but I don't know.
Well, we'll get that schedule pulled up and let you know where we'll be next week. Take and look, and he's going to throw it to a big eligible lineman who's going to put it on the ground. That's going to be a fumble if the Doom can get a hold of it.
That was Connor Porter who scored a touchdown, but when he scored his touchdown, nobody tried to tackle him. That time, there were 3 or 4 guys trying to tackle him, and all of a sudden that 300-pounder did not want that football.
Yeah, he caught it about the line and then kind of stumbled a little bit, but he had possession of it. Next week, the Doom will be in Anderson, South Carolina.
Nice little road trip to go to Anderson.
Take and throw it out, and he's just going to throw it away. And the coach saved the football. Kept somebody from getting a souvenir over there. So Kyle Smith struggling a little bit, throwing the ball.
Nice play by Emery Williams over there. I had a nice talk with him before the game. He showed that he's still got pretty good hands over there. That's above his head catch. Peach State has one other quarterback on their roster, Chris Brumfield from Fort Valley State, but he did not make the trip. He was one of the inactive players for them.
And we'll get to see Marcus Brooks in his first action of the night, and Eric Lauderdale out of Arizona State University. Marcus Brooks, Macon native from Southwest High School and Shaw University. Marcus looks, throws in the middle, and it's picked off. And the Cats will bring it back, and they'll have a man intercepted in the end zone, and he'll bring it back, and they're going to be all kind of fights.
Here we go.
And it's going to get ugly, and it's on.
Okay, here we go.
Yep, not good. Intercepted by Javier Horton. And it got ugly in a hurry.
Now, Javier was taking a beating against that wall over there, but he came up upset, and one thing led to another, and this is kind of what happens in a 58-25 game. And
yeah, him and Lauderdale got into it to start with, and I don't know what's going to happen here. Marcus Brooks out there with the coach. Go down to the sideline. Let's go to Hannah. Hannah, you were right there. Almost got in a little trouble there, didn't you?
Hey, I got out of it, though. I want y'all to know that Charles Olson actually just lost a shoe in that debacle. So, obviously, the Georgia Doom players not taking that lightly, but they're all trying to just kind of contain their composure. Guys coming back over saying, get back, get back, get back, not on our field. So, just to let you know.
Yep, got a little ugly there. Through the interception, he brought it back to about the 17. Coach Stingley is just still animated. He's been animated this whole game, Hannah.
Not sure where Hannah went right now, but yep.
She's down below there.
Coach Derrick is talking to him, say, look, there's a fight. Don't run onto the field because that gets you in trouble. And looks like the referees have figured it out. And we're going to play some more football. It's Pole State Cats ball. Peach State Cats ball. And that's not the start that Marcus Brooks wanted when he got on the field.
And we may have an ejection here in this game. I'm not for sure because Coach Stingley is talking with Charles Olson, and he is writing some numbers down on his pad, and that may simply be the case. Well, you hear a little bit of the background communications going down. Let's go down to Hannah Jetmore, and let's see. Hannah, give me an update. We got some ejections in this game.
We are waiting to see. Coach Stingley is making his case at this very moment. I'm about 10 feet away from both of them, but we're waiting to see what Coach Stingley says.
All right, thank you, Hannah. We'll see what it transpires. And it doesn't look like, well, our referee, Charles Olson, is going to now go talk to Coach Pilial. And we'll see if what's going to transpire here. Needless to say, it's the Cats' ball. With 4:16 to go, biggest pause in the action I've seen.
Oops. Almost fell asleep over here for a minute. It's just a quick little cat nap type of thing.
4:16 as we broke the action here with a lot of information being thrown our way, or rather down on the field by the head referee. And the Cats are just going to throw it up for air down there, and he was trying to go to number 3, and that was Lewis Brown out of Bethune-Cookman. Goes incomplete, bring up second down after the turnover, and a little bit of fisticuffs on the field.
You know, Russell, I don't know this for sure, but Kyle Smith, I'm almost betting this is his first Arena Football League game right here. Looks a little confused out there, and obviously he's got real good feet. He's quick, but just looks a little bit overmatched right now. Of course, Georgia Doom are coming after him every single play.
Omar Wright. Now he'll be the motion man, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. And it looks like Coach Stingley says they may be in some kind of illegal formation, and he's just going to get buried behind the line. And Kyle Smith not having a good night. He rushed for a touchdown earlier, but he's not been really on top of his game throwing the football.
Meet Carl Green again. Carl Green has had a great game tonight. Kind of led the way for that Georgia Doom defense. Giving up 25 points in an arena game, you just don't see it very often. And we are down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds right now.
146 to go in this one.
Good math. I didn't have that figured out.
It's a math theme night. Kyle Smith looks. Oh. Ball's going to come out of his hand, and he's going to get sacked way back behind the line, back to the 8-yard line. And quite frankly, Kyle needs to take a deep breath.
Yeah, he looks a little nervous out there, you know. They probably had their money on Alex Ferguson being their quarterback right now. It's tough. It's tough being a guy sitting on the bench all the game, comes in, gets called in, and maybe not, you know, quite ready. I mean, they've probably only been practicing about 4 weeks, and you hate to see this almost.
Fourth down here for the Caps. 1:25 to go in the game. Kyle Smith looks. Going to throw a long floater, and they're going to fight for it, and Omar Wright got it. Are you kidding me? I believe Omar Wright caught that football. They battled down there. They had 2 receivers in the same place, 2 defensive backs, and I believe that's going to be Omar Wright has caught that ball down inside the 2-yard line to the 1-yard line, the 2-yard line.
Just a tremendous catch.
2.5. Unbelievable.
Tremendous catch. He out-battled the defender for the football. It was Deontay Dinkins back there on coverage. And you know what? Give Kyle Smith credit. He stuck in there and threw a pass down the field and gave his receiver a chance to catch the football.
And, folks, Omar Wright might be the smallest guy on the field.
Right. He's listed. Omar's listed at 5'9", 150. We were down on the field before. I don't think he's a pound over 140.
I'm not sure he's 5'9".
No, he's 5. I don't know. He was
6'5" just then.
Yes, he was. That was a football play.
Great play by Omar Wright. Really looked like the Doom corner was going to take it away from him, and the kid just flat battled for the ball all the way to the ground. And there was no doubt going into the ground he had possession of that football. The Doom tried to fight him for it on the ground to take it away, but he gathered that pass in and had control of it all the way to the ground and held on to it.
Kyle Smith going to run the football here. Let's guess.
First down, he'll take and try to run the sweep to that side, and he'll get to the 1, maybe get over. Let's see. No. I hear the whistles. He fought for it, though.
He's down to about the 2, and he gets crushed into that wall again.
And that's a pretty good mark, I think, for the Doom defense, actually. They got him right there about the 1.5, so pick up of about a yard. Second to go with 51.3 seconds left to go in this one. Doom lead at 58-25. Defense wants a little pride here now, want to hold them out. They'll come up and try to bow their necks. Kyle Smith trying to get a second touchdown, leave it with the fullback. Doom stiffing him right along the 1. Push him. He won't get in. They'll stop him at the 1. 43.4 seconds to go. Third down and goal from the 1.
Giving us a little bit more excitement. Even in a blowout, we don't want them to score another touchdown right here.
Clock ticks, 26-25. Cats got to get this play in a hurry.
Okay.
Go to 15 seconds, roll toward 10.
This will be it.
10 seconds in the roll under 10.
They may not even get this play off.
Quarterback up to the line. He's going to run a light, tough sweep, and the Doom are going to hold him. They're going to hold him, and the clock's going to run out. They stopped him down on the goal, tried to tough sweep it to Corey Richardson. He couldn't get in. The Doom hold him 58-25. Great goal line stand.
we kind of overmatched them in the second half, Russell. It was a good thing to see that Georgia Doom came out and played their best half of the year so far. And it's a good performance heading into South Carolina next weekend.
We'll take a quick break. When we'll come back, we'll go down to Hannah Jetmore on the sidelines with the coach. We'll be back. 58-25, your final from the Flex. We'll be back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Congratulations on your first win. How does it feel to get it under your belt?
Well, a win is a win, but this wasn't good football. It was sloppy from the beginning to the start. I mean, from the start to the end. We got to clean up a lot of things. If we want to be contenders in this league, we have to play mistake-free football. We can't have those type of penalties. We can't let any distractions kill us. I'll take the win, but at the same time, we got to do better.
Well, how do you think you're going to message that to your players this week ahead of your next game?
Well, the message is going to be, we have to be able to control our emotions. The next play is what matters the most. We have to play good execution on offense, disciplined, fast, physical football on defense. Right now, we're just out there just playing and just running around. And instead of being a team, we got a few individuals out there. I got to clean that up.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Hannah, thank you. Let's take one more quick timeout, and we'll come back. And Hannah, stay right where you're at, and we'll get you to help us out on something. Hang on. We'll be back. 30-second timeout.
Work it! Hey! Work it! Hey!
Middle Georgia, get ready. The new arena football team, the Georgia Doom, is here, and you can participate in their inaugural season. Get your season tickets now.
Hey, hold on, Hannah. And welcome back to the Centralplex. Let's go down on the field to Hannah Jetmore, who's got Hunter Heck with her. Go ahead.
Hunter, big game for you. How does it feel to get your first win under your belt?
It feels great. Actually get it underneath our belt, coming together as a team. We started a little slow at the first half, but I'm glad to be able to put up some points on the board today.
Well, I see you have a pretty big fan section over there. How does it feel to have your family support tonight?
It feels great. They've been to every game throughout my years, and just to have them here, continuous support is great.
Thank you, Heck.
Thank you.
Hunter Heck, 2 good games in a row. Hannah, your final thoughts on this one as we get ready to close it out. Your final thoughts.
Absolutely. Well, when you think about what we talked about at the beginning of the game, Christian Wise really was such an impactful player playing defense and offense. But Collis finally getting that rhythm that we kind of wanted to see from him. We'll see how they surpass that and handle next game. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Hannah. John, Coach Sater, as we get ready to wrap this one up, we'll get some more quarterback stats in here. Luke Collins tonight had a pretty good night again.
Yeah, Luke Collins had 101 yards in the first half. He ended the game with 248 yards on 13 of 23 passing, 5 touchdowns. So he really came alive in the second half. And Frederick Abraham had 3 catches for 106. And Larry Beavers, 4 for 134. So we had some guys put big numbers. It seems like when Luke Collis gets comfortable, he's pretty much unstoppable on the football field.
Okay, new franchise. You open at home, first 2 games. A lot of pressure on you just from the standpoint of what your coaches are putting on you, what you're putting on yourself. You're a brand new team. You've got kind of the room turning blue with everybody in the front office trying to get things handled and whatnot. Does it help to go on the road maybe now for 1 week to help this football team?
Well, I think it definitely helps to go on the road coming off of a win.
Right, sure.
Obviously. So, I think we've got 6 road games, I think, and it's a good time to get on the road. They got that first victory under their belts. They're playing a team that they'll be able to scout a little bit because they've played once or at least maybe twice, and we'll get a good scouting report on them. Derek Stingley knows they've got a long way to go as a football team, but like he said, a win is a win.
All right, we don't want to get out of here. Your final score, once again, 58-25 was your final. The Georgia Doom over the Peach State Cat. We want to thank our sponsors, Stoner's Pizza, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, the Car Lot for You, Apparel Authority, Cherokee Brick and Tile, Pawn Max Incorporated, Texas Border Grill, Kudzu Seafood, BT Media Productions, and, of course, all the guys at Middle Georgia State University. We want to thank our guest cameraman who was on top of things tonight, Clenard Stokes. Thanks, Clenard. Did a good job with us tonight. Any final thoughts, John? That it? We're going to wrap it up. Good luck to them on the road next week.
Good luck to them on the road. We will miss seeing them play. I'm sure they'll be live streaming somewhere, and I'll be watching. I hope you are too.
Well, don't forget, we'll archive this one up here on DSPNsports.com. You can click and go back and watch it on Facebook, watch it on YouTube. We'll be back in 2 weeks when the Doom come home. They go on the road now, 1-1. Good start to the season, 58-25 your final. We'll see you in 2 weeks, everybody. Our time is up. We thank you for yours.